New York City Comptroller and mayoral candidate Brad Lander released after arrest by immigration officers inside court. New York City Comptroller and mayoral candidate Brad Lander was released from federal custody Tuesday afternoon, hours after he was arrested by officers at an immigration court in Manhattan when he tried to escort a migrant whom officers were attempting to arrest. Lander, who is running in a crowded primary for the Democratic nomination set to take place next week, had been monitoring immigration court activity in the past few days, walking alongside migrants as they exited their court appointments following reports that migrants were being taken into custody by federal agents following court appearances. Following his release, Lander said he wanted to bring attention to the issue of migrants facing court proceedings who often have to do so without access to representation or understanding that they would be subject to arrest after their court hearing. "I'm going to sleep in my bed tonight, safe with my family," Lander said to reporters and a crowd of supporters who gathered outside the court before his release. "I'm grateful to hear that the charges are not being brought, but if they are, I've got a lawyer. I don't have to worry about my due process rights." Multiple videos on social media show Lander standing next to a man and locking arms with him. After the officers asked Lander to step aside, a scuffle broke out between the officers, Lander, and other bystanders. "You don't have a judicial warrant," Lander can be heard saying to the officers. Lander could be seen holding on to the man as officers struggled and ultimately moved in to arrest him. At one point, an officer put his arm around Lander's neck, shoved him against a wall, and placed him in handcuffs. While escorting a defendant out of immigration court at 26 Federal Plaza, Brad was taken by masked agents and detained by IC. Dora Peacock, Lander's campaign spokesperson, said in a statement. As he was placed in handcuffs, Lander could be heard telling federal officers, "You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens." The Department of Homeland Security's Assistant Secretary acknowledged that Lander was arrested and stated, "No one is above the law." New York City Comptroller Brad Lander was arrested for assaulting law enforcement and impeding a federal officer. Our heroic IC law enforcement officers face a 413% increase in assaults against them. It is wrong that politicians seeking higher office undermine law enforcement safety to get a viral moment. No one is above the law, and if you lay a hand on a law enforcement officer, you will face consequences, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement Tuesday afternoon.